bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me.
You what?
Right, you're going back to the way we came.
We're supposed to turn back there?
This is the road here, but the thing is, I think we're supposed to go up. This is blocked off.
Take the next left.
Here. We're supposed to go up. The sign on the road that we were on stated it said campground 1 mile ahead.
I thought it was on this road.
Ways to get there.
Some of them are closed off.
Left on the county road 250.
Like that road that was back there, that led to the campground, but it has one of the big yellow bars that go across the road. That'll one.
Okay, so they're just all these back roads to get to it. Alright, well, we took the wrong turn, but not really. I mean, there's a couple different ways to get to the campground.
Take the next left on the county road 250.
But only one way that's going to let you get there.
Right. Only one way in, but 3 or 4 different ways.
Yeah, it was just a secondary dirt road, but it's closed off.
Oh, Ranger Rick. There's our road we would have came in on.
Oh, right there?
Yep. Campground full.
Campground's full.
Oh, we can drive.
Turn left, then turn right. Head west, then turn left.
Well, they've got a beautiful lake here. But it does say that the electrical areas are completely full. It's first come, first served, so we'll just have to see if anyone's leaving. Probably should have been here way early.
Yeah, it definitely looks full.
Alright, I guess go down and see if there's any in disperse.
I thought there was 3 different things.
It's like a very popular right by the
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get here early, because people probably just came in.
Are you sure it's first come, first served? It really looks like there's a spot right there.
Stop and then ride up further and see what's further.
So it says it says a 30-day stay limit, so I think this one's good.
If you want to grab this one, we'll drive around and see if we can find another one.
Roger.
And we'll try to see if we can find 2 closer together. And if we can, then we'll radio you or call you on your phone, okay?
Sounds good.
I don't know. I know in our campgrounds they don't allow 2 recreational vehicles in a campsite. What they do in Florida, I don't really know.
25.
All right, so you guys saw us backing up into this spot right over here. We moved to right over there. Aja originally was going to come down here and park in this area right here because it would have been a little bit more sunny for her than it would have been over in this section right here. She just called us. She's going to go ahead and stay at the one spot that we originally pulled into. It's further up in the campground. It's got water and there's not a lot of trees around her, so that she'll be able to get even better sun for her solar. And then we went ahead and we moved up here because it's not as mushy in the ground area, and it's a little bit more level for us. So we've got everything set up, as you guys could see. We're among the tall trees. We've got a little bit of a peek of view over here. Got a couple nice little trails. Not sure if those lead out to the lake or not. And we are close to restrooms. The restroom building is right there. This restroom does not have showers in it, however. There are showers up by Aja that has a men and women's shower. They also have laundry facilities up in that area as well, which we can go up and use. Anyways, we've got to go pay. It is $8 back here in the primitive area. And we need to get up there and do that within 30 minutes. So we're just a little bit past our time to do that. The camp hosts know what we were doing, so they'll be okay with that. So let's get walking. Little squirrel.
The squirrel sitting right there.
He's not quite sure of us. Got some bat houses here hanging out in the trees.
Here.
Well, that's the first I've ever seen where a camp host has little buildings. That's nice. We've got a nice area where people can park their trailers for their boats. They've got a boat launch right down there. Going on here.
You have to do that?
You don't have to put your name, you just need to have your,
And we're in $8 a night.
Yep.
Yes.
So if you come up here, just so you're not confused, the little envelopes are down in that area there. And then you put your money and your envelope information in there. They've got a nice little area here with some brochures for information if you're interested. Got the rules for the forest visitors. It's a lot of rules, a lot of information. Welcome to Ocean Pond. So there's all the information right here. Scotty's gonna walk over there and see if the dump is open, which I think it is, and see what if they've got fresh water over there. That is part of the camping fee. And campground facilities are for campers only. Area closes 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. except for the campers. Well, they've got an information stand right here with lots of information. We've got alligator safety, safety tips on being in the woods. And we've got some talk about the black bear. Oh, this guy's found the laundry room.
Here, you get 48 minutes to drive.
Perfect timing then.
Yeah. And when you put your debit card in, let me show you how you have to do it. When you do it, it's going to show you on there, but you have to put it in upside down.
Well, this is something I've never seen at a campground. A little book exchange. Take one, please, and leave one. That's what it says. That's nice.
Okay.
Well, they don't want swimmers swimming within 100 feet of the boat ramp. Very pretty.
It looks warm.
I know.
Doing any good there? Oh, right on.
Wow. A little look back in time. I've got some old pictures here of what it used to look like. Even back then, people were enjoying the lake. So did you know that artifacts reveal people have walked the land around Ocean Pond Campground for thousands of years? During the 1930s, the Civil Conservation Corps, CCC, built a work camp with 5 rectangular barracks and 2 piers on the west side of Ocean Pond, where the campsites with electric are located today. Later on, a lodge and swimming pier were built in the current location of the campground beach. The lodge was assembled with wooden pegs and no nails. Imagine the extra amount of time it took to do this. Square dances were often held in the lodge, which also had a large fireplace and several rooms. I've been having fun here for a long time. Did you put your toes in?
No, I put my hand
no
in.
toes.
I forgot to put my flip-flops on.
Was it warm or cold?
It's not bad at all. It's feels like it's 60 degrees maybe or something.
Wow.
It's not bad.
Really pretty. It's a lot bigger than I expected.
Yeah, it is really big.
On the map, it does not look this big.
They got a big party boat over there.
They
Look at
sure
that.
do. Well, guys, we had such a nice little setup here. A nice little campsite. Oh, there's the host again. All right, so what's just happened is I shut the camera off because the camp host came around and I hadn't asked if I could film him. They came by a little bit ago, and what has happened is we were down looking at the campsites where Aja's at, actually the power and water sites, and those were all full at the time. A gal walked up and she said that they were getting ready to leave a campsite, which is this site right here, and they were going down to be in a campsite that had been that had come available that afternoon, and in the water and power section. So she said, come on back, you go over and get that site because we're leaving. So this is the site that we got. We went down, we paid for it for 2 nights. The host just came up, and come to find out, the gal who had come down and talked to us, who was camped here, they took somebody's sticker that had reserved this for 3 days. Unfortunately, they were not here. They had taken off because of a family emergency, but they came back today. They had already reserved and paid for this because they had camped 1 night here. So, bottom line was, we didn't do anything wrong. The camp hosts basically said we could stay here if we wanted to, but the gal that had reserved this previously and should be in here was very upset. Scott and I said, you know what? Not a big deal. We'll move down. Well, unfortunately, they're going to put us into a spot that is being worked on that has, I guess, piles of dirt, a bobcat.
Which I might play with.
Right. And it's not going to be a beautiful little site like this. But the bottom line is that these people are camping with their grandchildren. They've had a family emergency they had to go home for, and they've come back to get a little bit of camping in. We're not going to ruin their time. We're just going to move on down the road and into the other campsite and let them have their spot back. And that way their grandkids and them can have some fun. No sense in letting people be upset. So we've got everything rolled out. We told them we'd give us 30 minutes and we'll get everything put away, and
we're just mobile. We can move quickly.
Yeah. All right, so we're moving spots. All right, well, we're almost picked up here. And just once again, we were not in the wrong. The camp hosts, they felt really bad. The bottom line is that the people that originally were here, they took off, and what they should have done is they should have left something in the campsite. I think what happened is that the camp host, I think they believed that they came, they had to leave for an emergency, and then they weren't coming back. And so they told the people that they could come into this site. So, anyways, it was a beautiful little campsite while it lasted. And we're going to move down and get our new site and make the best of it.
All you can do is smile and just move on.
Yeah, I mean,
life.
honestly, we could have said, no, we're not moving, because in all rights, we had the right to be in here. But what fun would that be, knowing that somebody was miserable and they've got grandchildren? That's not fun. You want to have a good time with grandkids, so.
The truth is, we're doing it for the kids.
Well, the lady was very upset, is what the host told us,
Yeah.
and I don't want that. That's not fun to do when you're expecting to have a good camping
I
time.
wouldn't want to be a host and have to deal with that.
No, and that was another thing, is that we could see we could see how upset the hosts were that they were trying to figure all this out. So it's all good. All right, we're
Now
gonna
we gotta roll this up.
roll this up and move on down the road. All right, so we got in our new site, and right as we pulled in, we've got viewers that showed up. So we're out here visiting with them. Yeah, not as nice
Yes,
of a
ma'am.
campsite.
Also.
We've got the bobcat and some dirt that's being laid around here. And we got neighbors right there. But we got Aja. We got Aja as a neighbor.
Dang,
So
can never
Aja's just
run.
2 sites over there, so that's all right. Okay,
Now I don't have to walk all the way back.
I know, right?
I was coming to visit y'all.
Yes, I know you were on your
Sure you
way.
were.
So. So we went ahead and we got into this new site, but I was sitting here looking at the rules, and I had kind of remembered reading this in the first place. It says a campsite must be occupied the first night and not left unattended for more than 24 hours after that. And obviously it had been completely unoccupied for more than 24 hours. And I think, you know what, Scotty and I, we did the right thing by moving, just for good karma, and because the camp hosts were pretty stressed about that. But the gal was not nice to us at all. I think she was taking something out on us when she shouldn't have. But just a good lesson right there. Make sure your campsite is occupied. Right? Occupied.
Well, occupied, now I'm learning what occupied means is you can put a little towel down and a jug of water on your table, and I guess
Right.
if you pay for it, that's occupied.
But
I don't know.
but they had taken everything completely out, as if maybe they wouldn't be coming back because of family emergency. And I understand family emergencies, but as nice as we were to move when we really didn't have to, I think she could have said thank you to us.
Yeah,
Which
goes a long
we,
way, a little thank you.
yeah. So maybe that's the lesson. Just a thank you goes a long ways. If you get in a situation like that and you have to move to a campsite that's got a big bobcat in it, well, that's a baby bobcat actually, isn't it?
Well, that's
It's a nice bobcat.
That's a cat. It's not
Yeah.
a bobcat.
Oh,
That's
okay, a cat.
Now, if they left the keys, then everything would be good.
Scotty'd have this all leveled out. He's played a
Oh,
lot on
gotcha.
these machines. But yeah, just, when somebody goes out of their way to do something for you, like we just did. We didn't go out of our way, but we were cooperative. That's what I think we were. We were cooperative when we didn't have to leave the site, but we could see the stress of the camp host, and
Correct.
that, right there told Scotty and I both we need to just do it to ease the tension. But
Right.
the gal that moved back in there with her grandchildren, she could have just said thank you. So please and thank you go a long,
I
long
know,
ways.
and setting up my carpet.
Yes, we do have our carpet back out, so we're all good. And I think this really doesn't feel like much of camping to Scott and I right now because, well, you don't normally have a cat sitting in the back of your campsite. So, I don't know. We'll probably find another campsite along the way and go ahead and
We'll just
find the
smile
best
and
one
know.
again. We do, however, oh, my back. Whoop, that caught my back. We do, however, over there still have a little peek of view of the water. And we've met John over here. Nice gentleman when we were driving in here, because they actually had to take the caution tape down. This is not a site that is rentable because they're filling it in with all this dirt. John, who's just a camper here, he was over here sweeping the driveway for us because there was a lot of dirt in here. So thank you, John, if you're watching. Scotty gave him a card because they were asking about YouTube. So thank you very much, John, if you're watching. And all right, we've got our little cone out here smoking out the bugs, because the bugs actually are worse over here than they were in the woods, which is weird.
I know. I wonder if they have the little smoker guy that drives around and smokes.
I don't know.
Like when I was a kid.
Right?
The big smoking killing machine. I wonder if we should go get some of that.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it a night. We're about tired, so we're gonna leave you guys with this. Say goodnight to the good people.
Good night, everybody.
Say goodnight, Ash.
I'm not moving again.
Peace out, homely.
Woo-moo. Say goodnight. Good night.